Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well. As usual, if it's your first time here, welcome, and make sure you press that subscribe button. And if you're already subscribed, then welcome back. I hope everyone's well and doing good. So I'm just gonna go straight to the point. Yeah, if you have me on social media, specifically Instagram, you'd know that I posted a picture and it was of my weight loss transformation. To be honest, I wasn't going to post that picture because I was just so embarrassed. I was so shy. I was like, oh my gosh, everyone's gonna see how fat I used to be. And yeah, but I'm glad that I posted the picture. So I sucked up the courage and I posted it anyway. And yeah, the feedback has just been so crazy. Like, I really wasn't expecting it, but it's motivated me actually to carry on. And I'm glad that I have inspired other people to take their fitness a bit more seriously. So a lot of you have asked me questions. I've been going back and forth with a lot of people asking me how I've done it, what I've been eating, what my diet's been like. So many questions. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna pick out a few of the questions and then just answer them so that you guys can get an idea of how I did it. I'd say last year, especially last year, I was at my biggest. Like, I had never ever been this big in my life. Like, looking back at pictures, I was like, oh my gosh, like, I was a completely different person and I was just so big. But back then I didn't really think I was big. Like, okay, I knew I was big, but I didn't know I was that big. I'd always said to myself, okay, I'm gonna go gym, but you know, you just don't end up going. And it reached a point where, like, I'll be trying on clothes and they just wouldn't look right. Like, I'll be wearing tight dresses and all you see is like roll after roll after roll. And it just looks so disgusting. Well, in my opinion, if you like that, fair dues, but to me, I just didn't like it. Or like, you wear something tight and your belly just decides to come out and fold over. Oh gosh, it was a mess. You know when you're wearing like high-waisted trousers and then the top part of your food part just rolls over like, oh, that's some sort of muffin. Like, it was just ridiculous. But it's like, I was putting on weight last year, but I didn't really mind it because it meant like that I had like a bigger bum, I had more curves. I was like, oh, I'm liking this. But the consequence of it is that, like, your belly's getting bigger too, your chest is getting bigger, your arms are getting bigger, your face is getting bigger. And I was like, I was just sick of it. So what made me want to go on a fitness journey, to be honest, what made me want to lose weight was actually when I took this picture. So I was going out with one of my friends. We planned to go out and catch up, and I was taking pictures so that I can post them later. So I got my little brother to take a few photos of me, and I just looked at the pictures and I just looked like a round ball. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's happened? Like, you could see my belly, you could see my fat arms, like my face just looked a mess. I was like, oh my gosh, like, Audrey, you've put on weight. You've put on some crazy weight. And because it was at the end of November, I was like, there's no point really starting to lose weight now because it's going to be Christmas soon, so you're going to eat a lot. So there's no point. So I said, you know what, like, it's going to be a new year, so it will be a great time to start fresh, start new. So I thought, okay, in the new year, I'm going to take this fitness thing seriously. And so yeah, so the new year came and I still didn't start going gym, so I still wasn't really going gym. And then I booked to go to Dubai for end of April. So I thought, you know what, like, there's no way I'm gonna go on holiday and I'm gonna look fat. Like, there's actually no way. I want to wear bikinis, you know, I want to show some skin, I want to, you know, I want to be confident. And I also said to myself, like, this year I need to look the best that I've ever looked ever, you know, and then just carry on from there. So so I'd say it was actually beginning of February that I started going gym. And yeah, so basically now I go gym roughly 4 to 5 times a week. I'll say going gym is good, working out is good, but the really important part is your diet. I can't stress this enough. Your diet is what is most important. Like, watching what you eat, the amount of calories. A lot of your food just turn into fat. Like a lot of it's just fat. And I'll say that before, I would eat so much fast food. I could easily eat about probably about 3,000 calories a day. Now imagine that, all that fat just piling up and piling up and piling up and piling up. Before you know it, your jeans can't fit, you know. So it's all about watching what you eat. And also another thing that really helped me is one of my friends has started this group, this WhatsApp group. So basically what she does is like just a group of girls who enjoy going gym or who are on a weight loss journey or want to maintain their weight. It's called Fit Fam, so shout out to Sarah. So basically what we do is that like we make sure we work out 4 to 5 times a week, and then you send a sweat fee. So obviously a sweat fee is like a selfie of you sweating at the gym to prove that you actually went to the gym. And it's actually a really good initiative, you know, because it really pushes you and motivates you to actually want to get up and work out. You know, there have been days where I really can't be bothered, and then one of the girls will send in their workout or them sweating at the gym. I'm like, do you know what? Yeah, I'm actually, you know, I'm pumped for this. I actually want to go and work out today. So yeah, it's amazing. And then obviously we send our weights, how much we weigh every month or so. So yeah, it's a great way to have moral support and, you know, to get motivation, because I think that's really important if you're on a journey, you know, because it can be really lonely, it can be quite down sometimes, you know, because it's hard, like it's not easy, it's really difficult. Yeah, I'll just talk to you guys about my workouts. I don't do anything crazy at the gym. Like it took me a while to find out what works for me. So because my main goal was to lose weight, I did a lot of cardio, and I continue to do a lot of cardio because I still haven't reached the goal that I want to be at. So my number one thing is cardio. So I'm on the treadmill and I run. Like I run. So obviously at a slow pace to start off with, and then I just work my way up. Because I hadn't run in ages, it was hard to build my speed, but now I think I'm at a good speed. So yeah, I'll literally run for a good 10 minutes, make sure I sweat and get my heart rate going. Then straight after that, I start doing HIIT training. So I think it's, what's it called, high intensity interval training. It's basically where you run really fast for a few seconds. I do 20 to 30 seconds depending on the speed actually, and then you slow it down, and then you build your speed back up, and you slow it down and you build your speed back up. It is absolutely amazing. You will see quick results, fast results. Like it's amazing. What I love about cardio as well is that, like, obviously you can't just target one area, it works on your whole body, literally your whole body. So I love cardio. I also do the cross trainer. That's why it's called the cross trainer. You know, the one where you're like that. Yeah, I love that one. Like, I never thought that workout will be effective, but it actually is. Like after 10 minutes, you just see just sweat just dripping down your face. Like I love that. So I do a combination of 2. And I also do some body weight stuff, so you know, the donkey kicks and the side squats. I do a lot of that, because the thing is, when you're doing a lot of cardio, sometimes you can lose like your definition or your body shape. You don't want to be just a straight plank, you know, you want to keep some sort of curve there. So that's why I do a little bit of weights, you know. Squats go a long way, donkey kicks go a long way. Sometimes I do other machines like the leg press. Yeah, so literally, like, it took me a while to find out what actually works for me. So now when I go at the gym, I know what I'm doing. Like, don't be shy or scared to ask for help at the gym. Like before, when I first started going, I was so scared to go to the weight area because there's all these like hefty men right there. You know those guys that just scream when they're like lifting weights, like ah! And it can be quite intimidating, I think. Like you're going there, there's all these hench people, and there you go, you just don't know like what to do, where to start, and you think people are watching you. But to tell you the truth, everyone at the gym is just doing their own thing. Nobody has time to be watching someone else. Like when I'm at the gym, I really don't care what you're doing. Like you just stay in your corner and I stay in my corner. And there have been times I've asked for help, like, oh, like, how do I use this? Or you might see a workout that someone's doing, or someone's using a machine differently, and you're like, oh, that's interesting. I'll just probably watch them to see what they're doing and then try it out for myself, see if it works for me. Yeah, I'll briefly touch upon food as well. So people have been asking me, what do you eat? Because you mentioned diet, what is it that you eat? Don't be as drastic as me, but here's just an example of the foods that I do. Because especially if you're working, it's kind of hard to like meal prep all the time. I started off by switching to brown stuff, so white bread became brown bread, white pasta became brown pasta, white rice became brown rice, and then finally I just started cutting things off slowly. So then I stopped having bread, and then gradually stopped having pasta, then gradually stopped having rice, and so on and so forth, because I feel if you just cut it off just like that, you'll then have a sudden craving for it, and when you have cravings you just end up overeating, which is something that you don't want. So just cut things off gradually. Like, it's a process, you know, it's not going to happen overnight. There will be times where you have a craving for it and you just want it, but don't feel bad, but you know, just make sure that you go back to your normal plan. And also I cut off sugar. That was a hard one as well. So again, I switched from white sugar to brown sugar, and then eventually I just completely cut it off. So I used to have sugar in my coffee in the mornings for work, and then eventually I stopped having sugar. And then, you know, that's the same with tea, until I got to a point where I didn't mind having hot drinks without sugar. And then I challenged myself again. I was like, okay, I need to stop having artificial sugars. So, you know, like your chocolates and your sweets, or anything that has added sugar that's not natural. I decided to cut that out. So, you know, I tried that for a few days. I'm gonna tell you, it's not easy, it is hard. Like, sugar withdrawal symptoms are real. You'll find yourself shaking, you find yourself like you can't really think, you can't operate, but you have to fight through it. So instead of that, I'll have like fruits that are natural in sugar. Yeah, and that worked quite well for me, I would say. In terms of food as well, because I won't have rice, I won't have pasta, and so on and so forth, I then have to start thinking of foods that will fill me up. So instead I have sweet potato and tuna, and I'll have like broccoli on the side. Like, I'm so surprised at how filling the food actually is, and you don't feel overly bloated, you don't feel tired, you don't feel like, oh man, you feel like energized, and you feel like you're eating well, you know. So yeah, that's one of the changes I made. So I have sweet potatoes sometimes, tuna, broccoli, or I'll have salad with chicken and green beans, or I'll just have salad itself with tuna, you know, like just playing around with things, you know, with different foods, and just adding a lot more greens, a lot more vegetables. Like, I was just so surprised at how filling vegetables were. It's like, why did I always think these things were disgusting? I guess it's because it's a bit more expensive, but your body will thank you for it. And above all, I'll just say, just be patient. Really, just be patient. Like, for a long time I just thought, oh, I'm not even losing weight, I'm not seeing any difference, until I started looking back at old pictures. I was like, oh my gosh, did I really look like that? You know, like, it isn't a quick fix. You know, you have to discipline yourself, you know, make sure you are disciplined and that you are consistent, because you won't see the results overnight. It's something that you need to keep going at. You know, the more you do it, the more you get into the habit of it. You know, make it part of your routine, make it part of a lifestyle. Because the reason why I don't agree with most diets is because it's a quick fix. Like, originally this was meant to be like, oh, an 8-week thing to see how much weight I can lose before I go on holiday. When I saw how well I was doing and how I enjoyed eating much healthier, I said, you know what, I'm going to continue and make this a lifestyle change. It's something that you need to carry on doing. So wherever you are, whatever stage you're at in your journey, just make sure you keep going at it. Make sure that you have the right support around you, and just don't give up. Just do not give up. And it's okay to have cheat days. It really is okay. Like, even though I mentioned what I eat, I still have cheat days. There's still days where I'm like, oh, I can't be bothered, let me grab a chocolate bar. But the good thing is, I've now disciplined myself that even when I do eat bad, I'll go to the gym and I'll work it off, or I'll work twice as hard, you know. And it's a thing where I'll eat bad, but I won't continue to eat bad. Whereas before, you know, I felt like whenever I had something that's junk or unhealthy, I'll be like, oh, there's no point, I might as well just carry on eating junk, which is a mistake that most people make. And yeah, don't be too harsh on yourself. Like, don't be too harsh on yourself. It's a process, you know. Before you know it, you'll be at your ideal goal. So this is just an overall video to answer most of you lot's questions. If there's anything that's more specific, like let me know, and then I'll make a video specifically for that. And actually, before I forget, someone even asked me the question of how if I continue to eat African food, because you know African food is, well, especially I'm talking about Congolese food because I'm Congolese and that's the main food that I know is high in fat. Let's be honest, it's high in fat, there's a lot of oil and whatnot. So someone asked me if I still eat Congolese food and how do I balance it with weight loss and gym. And to be honest, I had to cut that off too because too much oil, just too much oil. There are alternatives where you can reduce the oil. I don't know, me, I just decided to avoid it altogether. But obviously when I do go to like Congolese events or Congolese parties, I'll have just a little bit, like not too much, just a little bit. So I guess I'm not really the best person to give you alternatives to Congolese food because I just decided to cut it off for now. And yeah, that is literally all I can think of from the top of my head so far. I'm going to show a few pictures throughout this video for you guys to see. And again, if there's anything that's specific that you specifically want to know, if you have any video ideas, then let me know, and I'll try my best to film it for you guys. Alright, thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.